Good morning, T. I'm Terrell Brown.
And good morning, Ty. I think you said good morning, T. I was like, oh, thanks for the personal shout out. I'm Tanya Babich in for Judy Sue. Today we begin with your first alert forecast from the other T,
yes.
Tracy Butler. We have a whole bunch of TVs.
I know, really. Well, good morning. Things aren't just yet, but that is going to be changing through the day today. Right now, it is 30 degrees at Oak Park. Lincolnshire at 26, 25 degrees right now in Elgin. It is 30 degrees right now out at Midway, 31 degrees currently Munster, 29 degrees in Kankakee. So figuring out some wind chills. We do have some spots back in the teens. I have rain in the forecast picture today. We'll talk about that coming up.
From westbound US 30 to northbound State Road 49. So we've got emergency crews dealing with that. Traffic volume really light, so it's not causing any big delays. And no delays on the Illinois Expressway. It's nice and quiet out there. We do have a little bit of overnight road work on the Dan Ryan. Crews working outbound 91st to the Bishop Ford I-57 split. Not causing any backups. Take a look outside at the Dan Ryan.
Thank you, Ross. I'll take it from here. The Chicago Police Department has a new high-profile senior advisor. Charles Ramsey is returning to Chicago to take on that role
Before the March 15th primary.
Now to the latest on the East Coast blizzard. At least 30 deaths are blamed on the weather that started last week. And right now, commuters are bracing for what is going to be a challenging drive, slowed by slick roads, damaged transit lines, and endless mounds of snow. Here's ABC's Lana.
One more snow day ahead. And if you're wondering, the snow jackpot winner seems to be Glengarry, West Virginia, with a whopping 42 inches reported. And air traffic is going to continue to be snarled. Remember, airlines have to make up for the 14,000 flights that were canceled this weekend. In Washington, Lana for ABC News.
Today or tomorrow.
Some students from Griffith, Indiana are home safe and sound after being stranded in the East Coast snowstorm.
Miles on that Pennsylvania Turnpike. There's nowhere to go, and there are many miles between exits. So I just was picturing that. I know there was a priest who came out and said Mass along the Turnpike,
Yeah,
and just
crazy.
really something.
Right.
So, yeah, but, you know, we were talking about some places getting nearly 40 inches of snow, and that panned out. But good morning. How about of rain, a little snow mix overnight tonight? So let's address this first. And there you see our high-resolution forecast model. Virtually nothing at all through the morning hours, very quiet weather conditions. And as we get into the afternoon, this model holding back any rain from the Chicago area until closer to 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. And each subsequent model keeps delaying the onset of the rain, too. How about snow? Well, this is our RPM model, and you can see mainly from about DeKalb up toward Crystal Lake, Waukegan, and north. That's where we're seeing a couple tenths of an inch of snow by early tomorrow morning. So this is not an impressive precipitation setup for us for snow anyway. And up in Wisconsin, however, that's going to be a different story. 27 degrees right now, Elmhurst, 30 degrees right now, Cicero, 30 degrees currently out at Midway, 30 in Westville, Indiana, 28 degrees now in Zion. So our skies are cloudy. I think we'll have a little hint of some sun at times this morning. Meanwhile, the East Coast, trying to get there, very quiet weather conditions. And in fact, they have a tranquil setup there for a while. Now we're watching this snow north of Minneapolis, and then as you can see, down into portions of the Central Plains. But most of this snow, again, is going to stay north of the Chicago area. But what we are expecting to see is mild conditions around here today, and those high temperatures around 40 degrees with some light rain showers settling in later this afternoon and this evening, most likely in time for that evening rush. Tomorrow, we're looking at highs in the mid-30s, and we'll start the day off with some light snow showers. Colder conditions Wednesday, and in fact, it's looking like Wednesday is going to be the coldest day of the week. And as we head toward the weekend, how about this? Last weekend of January, and we're well into the 40s on Saturday.
Complications on any of the expressways or tollways. We do have one crash off the expressways in Elgin. It's on Allen Drive in Bodie. We do have emergency crews at that location, but no big backups to report whatsoever. Road work overnight, there is a little bit of it. We'll focus on the Kennedy this time around. Crews had been working inbound between Monroe and the Jane Byrne interchange with that ramp from the inbound Kennedy to the outbound Ike closed. They're in the process of getting all of that picked up. They also have some road work on the outbound side between Belmont and Pulaski, right by the Edens Junction. That should pick up at 5 o'clock. And take a look outside.
Her boyfriend. Eyewitness News reporter Diane is live with this breaking news update in Lansing. Diane.
That's right, Terrell. This morning, police are not releasing many details. They're only calling it a death investigation. Some are on to Atlanta and becoming a police officer. Lansing police tell us they hope to have more information about the woman's death after an autopsy is performed today. Reporting live in Lansing, Diane Pathew, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
This is Tracy Butler and Roz Varen's traffic. ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 4:30 continues.
Control of militants. ISIS is threatening more attacks in Europe. The threat comes in a new propaganda video showing 9 terrorists who were involved in the Paris attacks in November. He used to let them out in the backyard. How do you get them back in?
Right.
Alaskans are bracing for possible aftershocks today after a powerful...
You know, a lot of people who would have liked it.
Yeah, me too. Heard that too.
My kids, that's for sure. Well, good morning. Right now, we do have cloudy skies around the area, but no precipitation here. As we do look at the temperatures, 29 degrees at the lakefront, 29 in Gary, 29 degrees in Bolingbrook. It is officially 26 degrees right now out at O'Hare. And we do have some wind chills this morning that are in the teens. Now, as we go through our timeline for the day today, we will probably get a little bit of sunshine around, and our high temperatures this afternoon headed up near 40 degrees. Look for some rain to move in after about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and we'll have mainly rain around here through the evening hours.
Minor crash in the city. They're wrapping things up southwest side, Ogden and Walcott. We could take a look outside at the Dan Ryan from our south town. Tanya and Terrell.
Thank you, Roz. Time now for 48 on the nose. There it goes. The Blackhawks try to get back on track after back-to-back losses. We'll have that story for you. Taiwan is dealing with a rare cold snap. So far, the cold is blamed for 57 deaths. Most homes don't have central heating in the subtropical capital of Taipei. Temperatures are usually around 60 degrees in January. They've been in the 30s, though, in recent days.
Morning Sports Wrap.
Good morning, I'm Dionne Miller. 1 goal in 2 losses happened to the Blackhawks late in December, and they found a way to bounce back, winning a franchise best 12 in a row. So when the same thing happened to end last week, Joe Quenneville more anxious to see how his team would snap out of it, starting Sunday night against the looking for his 2nd ring. And now we have 2 full weeks to overanalyze that matchup. Coming up later on tonight, the Bulls host the Miami Heat at the UC. Until then, I'm Dionne Miller. Have a marvelous Monday.
Thank you, Dion. Time now 5:04.
Everybody, I'm Terrell Brown.
And I'm Tanya Babich in for Judy Sue. We're going to begin with our first alert weather update.
These skies around the area right now. Wouldn't be surprised we get a touch of fog. 28 degrees in Shanahan, Elgin at 25, Crown Point at 26 degrees, 30 degrees right now out at Midway, Munster at 30 degrees, and 27 degrees, that temperature in Lake Geneva. Wind chills 19 or teens, some low 20s around the area this morning. Now this afternoon, I still think early afternoon we'll see a hint of some sun, but it will be later this afternoon in time for the evening rush when we start to get some rain into the area. And our high temperatures today will be up around 40 degrees. So we'll talk more about snow chances in our forecast tomorrow. All of that coming up. Ross?
A crash, though, in Elgin. 2nd one this morning. And this is a pretty busy intersection when we've got more volume out there. State, that's Route 31, and Big Timber. So we've got police on the scene at that location. If you're taking public transportation, Tanya and Terrell.
Russ, thank you. The East Coast is now digging out from one of the worst blizzards we've seen.
At least 30 people have been killed in weather-related deaths across 12 states.
Wait for flights in soon.
And Eyewitness News reporter Jessica D'Onofrio is live for us at O'Hare Airport. Jessica?
Tanya and Terrell, it has been a very rough weekend here, to say the very least. A lot of passengers have been stranded at O'Hare and at Midway. They've been sleeping at the airport, but it looks like they may be able to go home very soon. Airport today. Some people told us that they were able to rebook for today. Many rebooked for tomorrow, so this certainly will carry over into Tuesday. Reporting live at O'Hare, Jessica D'Onofrio, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.